You know, I met a lady that had 42 years ago had a near-death experience, and I was the first person she met that had a near-death experience.
Interesting.
Now, whether that's, you know, the reality is she probably met people, but people didn't talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people don't speak about, you know, what happened, and many times it's because they're afraid of being doubted. You know,
Sure.
yeah, right. You know,
Sure.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, right, sure.
And, you know, but it's okay. You know, and that's the way I look at it. It's okay. You know, you don't have to. But just hear the message. Just hear it.
And the message is?
Be kind, be
Be
loving.
kind.
And have a relationship with God or your higher power.
And those people who have passed are in a beautiful place.
They are. They are in a very beautiful place. And you'll be reunited with them. Your loved ones will be there. And they will greet you. You know, there's no reason to rush it because, you know, it's pretty good down here. You know,
Yeah.
there's
No.
you know, there's things that, you know, are obviously bad and wrong, you know, but there's a lot of good too. And that's what you look for.
I had mentioned the coincidence, the serendipity of our meeting, much of the serendipity of you meeting people who need to hear your story.
Well, they're fearful. You know, I'm when I first came back, and here's the complete story with that one is that I was released to leave the hospital, and I went back to the community, and it was kind of funny in a way because it was our anniversary was coming up the following day or 2 days.
You gotta remember your anniversary.
Oh, I know
now that you're back here.
Oh, I know the anniversary
Okay.
date. It's 23rd of June. No question about that. But there was a gentleman sitting at the table in the dining room, and he was praying. I knew that. And he was crying. His wife had terminal cancer, and there was no hope. She was going, and I knew that she only had days. You know, I didn't know how many days, but I knew she only had days. And I went and sat down with him, and I started talking to him about my experience. And at that point, he cried. He smiled. There were tears of joy. He thanked me. It was like it meant so much to him. He went straight upstairs and told his wife about my experience. It was the first time in a couple of weeks that she smiled. She was happy. 2 days later, she passed away. He didn't come around the community for a while. It was a week or 2 weeks after her passing. And he came up to me and he embraced me and said, I wish you'd been able to be there. There were so many people. And she looked peaceful. Mm-hmm. And you don't know what an impact you made with her. Her last few days were so peaceful. And she was happy. You know, she was ready to go. And she was happy. You know, because she knew. I mean, she always believed. But now she knew. And that's part of what, you know, the message is, that there is more. And, you know, if you're sick, don't fear. Don't be afraid. You know, because once it happens, all pain goes away. Mm-hmm. You're peaceful, you're happy, no fear. I mean, it's just a wonderful thing.